Hello my friends, today I'm going to start with delicious tomato soup. I'm not sure if you remember, a few episodes ago I smoked the chicken and froze the spine and chewings, this is that. And for the broth I'm adding them and also 2 pieces of the turkey neck and a small piece of the beef. And this is my secret for the best broth ever. Then I'm adding just regular water and I'm going to cook that on the stove for the first boil. This way all the scum is going to be left in this pan, and then the second pan I'm just going to add a fresh water, nothing else in it, and I'm going to start boiling it too. This way when that pan with the meat it's already ready, I can put the pre-cooked meat into that bigger pan where it's going to be actually a real soup cooking. So let's get started. So for the tomato soup, we need the tomato sauce or tomato paste, but today I decided to use a fresh tomatoes. Yes, so we're going to make the tomato soup from the fresh tomatoes. And it's so easy and so much better because you do not have whatever they put into the cans, and it is the best tomato soup ever. So let's cut those tomatoes in smaller pieces. It's going to be so much easier to cook them while the soup is cooking. And we're going to put that on the stove and we're going to start heating it up. And now the meat is getting ready, so let's pull it out and you can see how much scum it is. This is why I do not like that in my soup. And to clean the soup from it, it's always a biggest challenge, and always it's going to left something behind and it makes a little bit not clear broth. Another secret to make your broth really nice and clear is to cook it very slowly. So basically the best broths are simmered for a few hours. The longest, the better. And don't be afraid that a little bit of the water won't stop cooking that meat. It is only to wash it off all the scum from the meat, and then by the time you have the meat ready, washed, that water in the second pan it's nice and warm and you are dropping it quickly back. So it's just a small stop for the meat and it won't hurt the meat at all. And for those tomatoes, make sure that you really pretty often mix them, and I did not add any water to them. And for the broth, let's add pepper, salt, and 1 small bay leaf and 1 allspice. And I'm going to link also my favorite spice for the soups. It's called Loveridge. Oh my god, I love that in the soups. It gives you the best taste in the broths ever. While the soup is cooking, let's tackle a different task. So in Poland, when the winter is coming and the Christmas especially, we clean the house and we also clean the windows. So you can see the lights, you can have a fresh window treatments and everything. So I'm going to move everything away from the window. I'm going to collect all the window treatments and I'm going to put them into the washer, and let's tackle the windows. Of course, Luna is not happy because I'm moving her kingdom. So she's like, what you doing? Stop. And on the side you can see how many toys she has. Oh my god, I need to give them up because this little dog, she's like a princess. She has all the toys you can imagine. Alright, so let's start pulling out all the window treatments. So for me, I have an easy access to my windows. Oh my god, that is so nice. But like in Poland, where I used to live, my parents live in a block. And they are for you guys, on the 4th floor. For us, it's a 3rd floor. And oh my god, cleaning their windows was a chore. So my mom, she's still doing it. She's 70 something and she's still washing her own windows. And it is a big deal over here. Since I have easy access, for me it's like no big deal. So for that I like to de-dust everything around, because how come you can wash the windows and not to have a dust around it? So let's dust everything really easily and clean everything around the window. This way you are ready for holidays. After having those windows tackled, I like to wash also the floor, so everything is clean, especially behind the sofa. So this way I am ready to put the fresh window treatments. There is no more mess, everything is nicely tackled down and clean. And I almost knocked off the camera. Whoopsie! So after washing them, I do not dry them. I just bring them wet and I put them wet on the windows. This way they can dry and get straight with the power of gravity. And I'm like putting them together, like okay, I'm done pretty quickly, and then I realized, wait, this is the wrong window treatment for wrong window. Of course, so I had to start all over again because I tackled on this day all of my windows. I'm like, I had 3 windows. I still didn't tackle the kitchen window yet because I have to finish few more things in the kitchen, and I am trying to figure out something new in my window. Doesn't that look so much better? Right away you can see so much more light coming through those windows, even if those trees are behind. So the next thing, I like to vacuum the floor, make sure everything is nice and clean, especially that my dog is shedding a lot, unfortunately. So that is my way of having everything clean before I put everything all together. So let's get back to the soup. So For my soup, I always use celery root. This is the big celery root, and I usually cut like 1/3 of it. You don't need too much because it's a little bit stronger than the green part of the celery that you guys know. And just pull this out, and you're going to have the very good flavors of the soup with the celery. It is funny because I don't know why only us European people use that. Comment me, do you guys know celery root? Did you ever use that? You can make it a salad with it. You can use that in many dishes. And I also like in my broth leek, so always cut that, check if there is any kind of mud, any kind of soil. And I'm also going to use fresh parsley, not the parsnip but the parsley. I was able to find the real parsley, and this is what we usually use in Poland. So the veggies like celery, parsley, and the leek, I'm not going to cut them in smaller pieces because this way I can have them. And of course, I've lost my knife again. Oh, there it is. I always put something somewhere. My brain, I always laugh that I have a good memory but very short at my work. It goes and goes out. Alright, and like the carrots, I like to cut them in smaller pieces, and all the veggies I put in my little container that I have it on the side with the water, this way they do not dry. And into the soup I put only the leek, the parsley, the celery root, and that's it. The carrots, because they are cut in smaller pieces, they go in the last moment. And I'm not sure if you do remember, in one of the previous videos I saved the dill into the freezer, and this is the dill. So this way you do not have to worry that you don't have a dill. And I was looking for the Italian parsley, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't have it, I forgot to buy it. No worries. I dried my parsley. Alright, while everything is cooking, let's put the stuff together. I need to ask my husband to wash this carpet, it looks bad. And Luna is like, okay, am I safe? Can I go back on my kingdom chair? She is so spoiled, she's like a little cat. This is her view for the entire house, who's walking from the other side and who's behind the house. She can keep an eye on everything. A little princess. And let's put everything together, and the house is coming together really nicely. So for my soup, I also like to add onions, but I like to burn them. Yes, you heard me well. So this little pan is my onion pan. I only use this pan for burning the onions. And what does it mean? I put this pan on the stove and I do not add anything. No butter, no oil, just straight clear pan with no anything on it. And this is how it should look, your onions. They should be a little bit burnt. And then I added that to the soup, and it gives the soup so much flavor, trust me. And now we can add the carrots. So I didn't add those carrots because I do not like the carrots being overcooked, so this is why I always add them in a little bit less moment. And if it's coming to a dry parsley, let me know if you guys wanna see how I dry my parsley. And those are the cooked tomatoes. So let's strain them so we do not have all the skin and all the seeds in the soup, just the clear tomato juice and a little bit of the pulp from it. And I know it's a little bit of the work, but it is worth doing it. Always collect from under the strainer those little bit bitsy of tomatoes and then add all of that back to your soup. Oh my god, it is so flavorful and good. And now we can check all the spices if you like what you have. And I like my tomato soup with the rice, so I added to this big pan 1.5 cup of rice, and I washed that rice before, and also add a little bit of the sugar into the soup. This is really important to have the balance of the taste. So the soup is ready. I do not add sour cream like everyone else to the pot because I'm lactose intolerant. So the sour cream I add on the end to just plate, and this way it's ready to go for everyone. Washing my floors, I use a steamer, but I do not like that it doesn't have a smell to it because you cannot add oil to the water. But I figured out if you put it on that cleaning pot, the oils, it gives so much smell throughout the day on your floors. Oh my god, it is amazing. You need to try it the next time you wash your floors with the steamer. Also, I had to tackle one more thing in the kitchen. It was so much mess in this shelf. So slowly I'm moving from one to another drawers, shelves and all the cabinets because it is time for holidays and I like everything to be clean. And this is the place where I hold with my husband the teas, and yeah, we like loose tea. And all of these glasses going back to the dishwasher, and I am washing them. I do not put them back even if they were washed yesterday or not. If I clean my drawers, my shelves, I always wash everything and then put everything back together. Now I just have to check which tea I have, if their loose bags of the tea are the same as I have them in the container, and put everything back together in a nice ways. And that's it. This actually shelf was really easy to do, except me losing all the good tea on the table. Oh my god. I'm always doing something crazy in the kitchen. And I found this really good matcha tea, so I'm just going to have that accessible in the container, so this way I can grab it quickly in my kitchen, so I can have a good matcha right away done, so I don't have to go through the drawer or shelf and keep finding where I have what. And the last thing to do on those shelves is to wipe them good and put everything back together in a better way. And that's it. It is very easy, and final, it looks really good because I think I didn't do anything much, just organize that thing, and I don't know how it looked like. It's so much better looking, cleaner, and has that shine, and somehow has even more space than previous look. holidays are coming, so I just wanna give you a little tip for what I do in my house to have myself not overwhelmed with the coming holidays, cooking, cleaning, and all the things. So for the next videos, you're going to see me reorganizing my entire house, cleaning the windows, getting ready my house all through the bottom to the top, organized and clean. This is what we usually do in Poland, and this way when you have a guest coming, your house is shiny. So the next thing for me, at least it's the biggest help, is to sitting down by the piece of paper and making a list. So that list is the list of for which holiday what I'm going to be cooking. And I sit down, think really closely what I'm going to do, what kind of dish, and then I put it through 1 through 10 or whatever dishes you have to do. And next to the dish I am putting a date of when I have to cook the dish. This means that I am fitting the cooking it in my tight schedule. So I know that on this day I am free, and I know how long before the holidays I can cook this dish. So for example, like pierogies. So Polish pierogies, when you make them, you can freeze them. So this is why I'm putting them on the end of November. Yes, you are right. The videos of this is coming. Me and my sister, we already checking our both schedule, because this is the time when my sister is coming to my kitchen with her niece, and 3 of us, we are doing the whole day we have for pierogies. So like last year we made 4 different kinds of fillings for pierogies, and we made over 300. It was a lot of work, but 3 of us, we can handle it. So we did it. So this is what I do. So some sort of dishes are very specific, that needs to be cooked a day before, or they can be cooked like 2 days before. For example, if you have for Thanksgiving stuffing, you can pre-cook some of the stuff for that stuffing. So just mark pre-cooking. This way you have, or prepping all the stuff on this and this day. This way you can only toss them into the dish and bake them when they are good to go. So stuff like this will help you manage your busy schedule already. And so those are the list of cooking, list of day when I'm doing it. Another list that is quite important, even more important than a list of food, I put on the paper the stores and the list of things I need to get in each store. Basically, I know what I have to find in each store. I already, throughout the years of being in California, I know which store can handle stuff for my shopping needs. So I make that list based on the cooking list. It's the ingredient list. So this way, when I go to the store, I check the list, I go with the list, and I'm like, okay, I need to buy this, 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 and this. Why is that? We all rushing through the stores. There is lots of people, especially before the holidays. This way, I know, okay, I have this. I marked all the stuff that I bought, and there is no surprises for holidays coming when I start cooking, because when I start cooking it, I will not want to be surprised that, gosh, I didn't buy this on the list. And then I'm sending my husband, and let's say it honest, ladies, husbands are not always the best shopping for our list. Sorry honey, but it's true. I have to be more on the phone explaining him what I'm looking for than actually having it in my hand. So I would prefer to go to the store, quickly buy it, and asking for the favor like that. So this is why the list for me is very important. And hopefully with this tip, any holidays will be done with less stress than is already. Alrighty friends, thank you so much for watching, for being my family and always visiting me. Comment me if you have any tips on, maybe you have a better tip on how to make stressless, effortless holidays. We can learn from each other this way, because this is my way of making my holiday easy. But maybe you have even better idea, or how do you hold on the stress. Even if you are going to anyone in your family, this is still stressing, because you need to probably do at least one dish. You have kids, you have to take care of everything. And just give me a comment if you like my tip, and maybe you have a better tips to share with us. And also, what do you do before the holidays? Do you also have like a declutter organization in your house, or you just clean something that you left? Just comment me. Is there any kind of like a secret that you do in your house before the holidays? I would love to learn from you. Alright, thank you so much friends. I will see you very soon with a new video coming.
And I'll be waiting for you, with embers in my heart. Yeah.